Guys, wanted to thank you so much for taking your time out of your Sunday here to be with us. And Sly, DD, and Ice are joining us from the team here at Bullet Token. So it's a really cool platform that these guys are looking to implement into the space. So as mentioned, their app and utility is going to be live on launch. So that's obviously really exciting. Kind of why we're hosting today is obviously to introduce you guys to the ecosystem that they're building up there, and as well highlight their pre-sale tomorrow, which is upcoming. We are giving away some whitelist spots as well throughout the AMA, so make sure you guys are active in the comments section. Make sure you guys are participating as well at the end. We're going to save, I think, 5 spots on the back end to kind of give away through a bit of a Twitter giveaway too. So I'll announce that on the tail end of the AMA. If you don't end up winning a spot, you can still participate through a little fun Twitter giveaway we're going to do. And then obviously with their pre-sale, they're going live with GemPad tomorrow. It's going to be at 9 p.m. UTC, so 5 p.m. Eastern. And then their pre-sale cap is going to be 500 BNB hard cap, 250 BNB soft cap. So just a little bit about the specs on what you guys can kind of look forward to. Join their community and follow up for tomorrow. That's kind of upcoming in the next 24 hours there. Oh, 25 hours there, sorry. So obviously exciting times for the team. And as mentioned, their utility will be functional off launch. And I think that's really important, especially in these market conditions. So as I said, we're going to kind of walk through their pre-sale tomorrow, their token, and how the token is going to fit into the ecosystem, and obviously what their utility is going to be offering. So guys, the floor is yours, and thanks again for the time today.
So first of all, thank you very much again, and thank you to all the listeners that we have. I see that we have a few, so we are pretty happy. We would like to thank you to make time for us as a team, because we are new here in this industry actually, but we are not new in the development space, because we work for over 20 years in the development industry. I know that many of the people will think, okay, this is a token. Yeah, but actually we are not here to sell a token. We're not here to talk only about the token. We are here to talk about an app, which actually is not being sold because it's being offered as a product, which is SaaS, software as a service. And the Bullet token is going to be actually the utility token for this app. At the start, of course, we can look at this app as a sniper, but it's not a plain sniper, because actually once you look in deep, you will see that this actually saves and keeps your assets safe, okay? Because we know it's very easy to buy a token, but in this market, so nowadays it's full of rugs, it's full of scammers, it's full of honeypots, and God knows how many inventions scammers have nowadays. So everybody wants to feel safe while buying a token, okay? So first of all, in order to feel safe, you should know that we do not need your private keys. So we don't work with your private keys, okay? They are safe, your money are safe in your wallet, and now it's time for the new tokens that you will get to be safe, okay? Until you monetize, you get your BNBs or your USDs back, and then you can feel free and take the profits back into your account. So basically what's Ice, our leading dev here, presenting you is the initial plans that will be offered for our customers. And what does that mean? You don't have to pay, you just have to hold an amount of tokens equal with this sums, okay? And you also see in our site a small description of what that plan or tier provides you, okay? Obviously, the most professional, the most advanced solutions that will provide are those with the professional plan. And we also have some great news for our users and future users. And why I'm saying future end users, because this app has been already tested for more than 2 weeks for more than 50 users in our alpha channel. And I'm gonna tell you something. We have a couple of them that have already made over 10 BNBs in profit. So while you think, okay, I should hold 5 BNB's amount of tokens. Yeah, you hold 5 and you get 10. Well, I do believe that this is a good perspective of making money. Now, I'd like to give the floor to our leading dev to show you a bit the look and feel of the app, taste a bit what's happening and how to be used and how does it work, and then we'll discuss more about these functions.
Perfect.
Yeah, okay.
The intro slide.
Sorry, thank you very much. Could you please repeat again?
I appreciate the intro.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So this is the dashboard. This is the front page of the application. This is like your welcome screen where you can see your statistics once you log into your account. So let's start with logging in. First, you just have to connect your MetaMask account to the website. Just make sure you're connected. Press connect. Select MetaMask, and just make sure you sign this message, which is unique to each customer and is different every time you sign into your account. It's a way that we can verify your account is actually the one you say, or your request is made. Yeah, so you just signed this one, and right now you're inside your account.
I'm going to stop 1 second because I want to explain everybody that signing that message actually means that you are proving yourself to be the owner of that wallet. And why we want to know that you are the owner of that wallet, because we interrogate the holdings to see if you hold Bullet. Okay, so we need to know that the wallet that holds Bullet is able to use the app.
Yes, and also we identify, we actually decrypt that message in the server side and make sure that the account that you're requesting it from is the same as the one that signed that message. So it's actually a mechanism to identify that you're the owner of that account. So if you check your account, you can see that you have a sniper address, which is your, let's say, internal address that is only linked to your main account. And depending on the amount of bullets you have in your balance, your tier is reflected here in your account. So yeah, for this account we have enabled, it's just a demo. So yeah, we don't have the token launched yet. Yeah. The way it works is you deposit, for example, 1 BNB. You just press deposit. I don't have right now some funds in this account because I already added them. But once you press deposit, your MetaMask will open and a transfer will occur, and you will see your amount here. I will just withdraw it first, so maybe let's say 0.5. I'll withdraw some a half a BNB right now, just to show you how this works. Yeah, so you can see that your Sniper wallet has lost half a BNB and your account has 0.5 right now. So I'm going to add it again, 0.5, sorry, just to see this flow working. The MetaMask has just opened for me right now. I can't share it because it's the way the screen sharing works, but yeah, I'm going to confirm it now. And it should be in my balance in a few seconds, depending on how fast MetaMask is working. So you can see it now, it's there. So once I have the balance in my account, my, let's say, escrow account or internal account, I can start sniping. So for example, I can just enter here the token address that I'm interested in. And let's say something that I've previously tested, let's say the cake token. Yeah, I'm going to just paste it here. And instantly you will see information about that token. Let's say if our system detects if it's a honeypot or not, if you have a high tax or some other warnings. You will see them here, and the system will prevent you from buying if that token is considered a honeypot. You can, of course, disable this check, and also you have a lot of, let's say, switches and settings that are very, very advanced, and you can actually do whatever you want with the sniper. For example, you can enable mempool sniping. You can enable it to automatically detect various functions that are called upon the contract, so you can start buying it once trading is enabled without even knowing the method ID that enabled trading. So it's pretty advanced, and it's very automated in the sense that you don't need to know exactly how the contract will start trading or something like that. You can also, let me just close the settings. You can also enter the Launchpad address, for example, pink sale or bake sale. Once you've entered it here, the contract address will automatically complete here. And also, it will start buying the token you have entered here in the Launchpad address. Automatically when the launch has been finalized, so once the token has been actually launched. So you can actually do whatever you want to do in terms of sniping and buying coins with our sniper. Also, the most important thing that we consider is the part where we automatically sell.
Yeah. Before you go to the wallet, let's say the Wallet Guardian, how we named it, I would like you to get cake, buy some cake, in order for the guys to see exactly, or if you have it already bought, then you will move there. But also, I would like you to focus.
I have it here, yeah.
Okay, perfect. But also, I would like you to focus on the section of Sniper to explain how the Sniper can be used for purchases, not to waste any more gas. Because, for instance, this one doesn't work only on BSC, okay? So it works on Binance, on Ethereum, on AVAX, on Phantom, Matic, Kronos, so whatever EVM environment we have, okay? But while you go, for instance, on Ethereum, when Ethereum is loaded up, everybody knows that you waste a lot of money on gas because you don't have the most appropriate settings using Uniswap or whatever swap you are choosing. With this tool, you will stop losing or you will stop wasting actual gas, okay? Because we will teach you how to use the slippage, and we'll teach you how to use the gas to buy tokens that are already launched, not only tokens that are about to be launched, okay? And then, sorry for me to interrupt you, but now you can go to the Wallet Guardian section.
Yeah, so for example, I've purchased this one, I think a few days ago. Yeah, for example, let's say this is not a cake token. This is some shady token, meme coin that has been launched minutes ago or something like that. And you're not exactly sure that the owner has the best intentions in the world. So what can we do in this case? If the owner decides to remove the liquidity or disable trading, we have the solution for this situation. So in our Sniper settings, you will find various settings for different scenarios that we've encountered while testing and using the solution here. And mostly you'll find them here, for example, mempool, which will try to front run any commands that the owner will call on the contract, for example, disable trading, and will try to sell automatically your tokens before that even happens. How do we do this? We do this by sending the sell command to the network with a little bit more gas than the owner tries to call the contracts or try to remove the liquidities. For example, if the owner tries to remove the liquidity with, let's say, 5 Gwei, we will send the sell command with 10 Gwei or something like that, depending on the amount that he's trying to use. So it depends. It's actually I think it's a fixed amount over the amount that the owner has selected. So, for example, if you want to be sure that if liquidity is removed, you just check this option here, and the Sniper takes care of it. If you want to make sure that disable trading is not going to happen on this contract, and you want to automatically sell, you just enable these settings as well. If you are worried that you entered the token very soon and you may be considered as a sniper, and the owner may blacklist your wallet, you have this function here as well, which will detect your wallet in the command and make sure that it is not blacklisted. So we have a lot of features that can make sure your tokens are safe, and you can go to sleep and don't lose any sleep over things that you have just purchased. Because in this market, as Sly said, there are a lot of rugs lately, and we've lost, to be honest, a lot of money trying to buy different tokens that, they were actually rugs. Beyond these safety features, we also have trailing stop loss as an auto sell feature. For example, if you want to only sell if your token, for example, goes down 10%, you just enter 10% here, and while this is a trailing stop loss, you will only auto sell if you lose 10% in relation to the maximum amount. We also have descriptions here if you are not sure what this option is or how it will work. We've had them here also in the tooltip. And also we can also have a target sell, where, if, for example, if you want to sell at 110% or 120% or 400% or whatever you want, or whatever you feel like it may go up to. So it will automatically sell at this target. And also, you can also have a nice feature here that we have developed, and I think it's unique to our Sniper and our solution, is mempool price drop. I think this is an interesting feature because it's scanning the mempool, which is the place where all trade commands are being placed before actually being mined into the blockchain. And it will scan the mempool and add all the buys and all the sells on that token and make a sum of them to see how much it will change in the next block. So we will know the price of the token 3 seconds before. And we can decide, for example, if we see in the mempool that is going to be a severe price drop, like a big sell-off in the next block, we can front run this operation and we automatically sell all our tokens without losing any money. Yeah, so these are the auto sell features that we have developed. Of course, we will going to add some more in our roadmap. We have a few more that have to be developed, but most of them are already working and have been implemented. We also have here the honeypot checker in the safety settings, where we can disable it if we, for instance, are sure that it's just a problem with the contract, and we can enter, we can buy that token and maybe sell it later using the honeypot reversal here, which is a function that can I'm not sure how I can explain this. If, for example, you enter a bad launched token, this will automatically sell when it is sellable. For instance, if you end up in a contract where something is broken, this will automatically sell the moment you can actually sell. We've had different tokens that had this situation. We ended up with 4x, even 10x as a profit, because everyone wants to sell once they accumulate a lot of profit. Yeah, so this is mostly how the UI for the sniper looks like. We also have here a list of all your trades. Right now, I only have this one because I just made this for our test. We also have Telegram buy, where you can create a number of bots. You can just enter here the channel or the group ID or the group name. You just paste it here. You enter the amount and your settings, just like in the sniper, and you just create your new bot here. It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, for example, you can buy all Caesar's calls from now on and never buy them all. You can just put there your calls and you'll buy them all.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting feature actually to add in. That's a cool suggestion. Have you guys thought about maybe linking or partnering with different channels and having that option for earlier entry?
Yeah, well, not partnering with the channels, because we've prepared something else, guys, for the influencers, and as well to help these influencers, but also to help the buyers. And I'm going to explain this quite quickly. So there's going to be two options. One is called copy trades, and one is called untraceable trades. First of all, we all know that you as influencers have a problem. People tend to front run your purchases if they know your wallet. And in those situations, actually your buys fail, or there is a problem with multiple drops just before your buys. And when you suggest your followers to buy something, they find themselves in a dump situation. So for that, we will offer an option called untraceable trades for influencers, so they can actually purchase a token without anybody being able to see what's the actual token purchased. This way, you just know yourself, and then you can actually post it in the channel, for instance, and promote it or something like that. Then we will give you as well, or not only you, to whomever wants, an option to enable copy trading. What's that? There is already a very popular website online, not used for meme coins or shit coins or something like that, called Iconomy, where everybody can share their trades. And I can copy someone's trades based on his profits or his earnings, and I can select multiple, let's say, filters to see whom I want to copy the trade from. And of course, he provides the option, or allows me to copy the trade, either by a fee, a monthly fee, call it, I don't know, a subscription or something like that, or when I, let's say, check out, okay, and I close a trade, he gets a percentage out of the profit. So this is something that we already prepared, as you can all see in the roadmap, as ICE is already showing you, the untraceable trades, and first of all the copy trades, which is going to be faster than the untraceable trades, because and again, we want to make this environment healthy, safer, healthy. As long as an influencer is providing you an option to get into a token because he thinks he's going to succeed with that, or whatever, maybe he was paid for that, it's an advertisement or something like that, his purchase should be safe as well. But then again, for you just enable copy trade, you just supply in your wallet an amount of tokens, of BNBs that you want to use, and the system is going to start copying whatever he provides for you to be copied. This is the thing you asked, Boris, or was I close to what you said?
I was just curious if you guys had any partnerships where maybe, on some of those lower cap plays, people who are using your software have the ability to also, get into them early, maybe without following the channel specifically.
No, we are not going to let's say, influence anyone's decision. So let's keep this market still an open space, a decentralized space. So we are not going to partner with specific channels. We are not going to bundle such options. Okay, look, if you are partnered with us, you have better entries on scissors calls. No, because it won't be fair, in my opinion, for the rest of the users or for the rest of the channels. But if the user wants to follow, for instance, your channel, he can do that. But of course, nowadays we all know that there are solutions to promote a token without pasting the contract address. But still, that's promoting. While we talk about stealth launching or fair launching, actually, this is why we added the Telegram scrapper, and we're going to have also the Twitter scrapper available after launch, the Discord in time, and all the rest, the website scrapper. Yeah, Bogdan now is playing you and showing you how it looks night and day.
A lot of people like night mode too. So from the application standpoint, will it be strictly functional through the website, or when will you guys be launching kind of into the iOS and Google store?
As you've seen already in our roadmap, we plan to have it in the Q4, the fourth trimester, let's call it so, of this year, both iOS and Android apps. So at this moment, we have it online, web-based. It's mobile as well, so you can use it using your mobile phone. It supports integration with MetaMask. I know that a lot of people have asked us, okay, but I'm using Trust Wallet. It's no problem. Trust Wallet is just an app for you to watch or look over your assets, your portfolio. Just make sure you import the same wallet into MetaMask, and you can use browser from MetaMask to access the app. But later on, we'll have both iOS and Android.
Yeah, exactly. You can use MetaMask's browser to enter and connect it to the application. But since the application is web-based and we already have built the API for that website, it won't be a problem to build the interface natively for iOS and Android. But we still have, I think, some more important things to finish before doing those. So this is why we pushed it to Q4. But yeah, like I said, it won't be quite an effort to build them, and we're going to have them done in later this year.
Okay, perfect. And then I'd love for you to walk people through a little bit about your different packages that you guys are offering, and obviously from a holder perspective, what the different thresholds you guys have might be to maybe unlock some extra or premium benefits.
So while talking about the services and the plans, the packages that we provide at start, because again, this is an app that's going to be launched within the next 2 days. We provide only these 3 plans, but in time. But while talking in time, I'm not talking in 2 years or something like that. So in the near future, we plan to provide options like, for instance, single shot snipe. Okay, with a single purchase. We are still debating whether it's going to be an NFT, because as well we want to build and launch an NFT contract as soon as possible. And what's going to be the use of that, people will ask. Of course, we want to see that succeed, like, I don't know, CryptoPunks or something like that. But first of all, we're going to provide that solution for users to be able to mint their own NFTs in order to use it through the app. As you've seen in the roadmap, the app is going to have multiple functions. The Sniper has limited functions, and the whole app is going to have multiple functions. Now, in order to be able to activate some of the additional functions, for instance, like, limit buy and sell at the moment, alert system, a private sales system, the referral system, and so on and so on and so on. You will need probably to hold, let's say, one type of NFTs which can be minted. And of course, in the minting process, there's going to be provided NFTs that will offer you, let's say, 2 months, 3 months, I don't know, maybe lifetime ownership of that NFT, providing you lifetime opportunity to use the Sniper without holding tokens, just holding that NFT. So we are going to create, let's say, bundle packages or bridge packages between the three of them that we have right now in the website. But for the moment, we want to keep it simple. So the basic plan, what actually does is just allows you to snipe a token, but it's a liquidity sniper, okay? You can see the instant view of your profit, to sell the token, take your profit, and you are safe while entering because of the HP checker. But then again, if you want to use advanced functions, you need the advanced plan. Now, while talking about the advanced plan, we talk about mempool. For the basic, we don't talk about mempool, but for the advanced, we talk about mempool, and we talk about mempool, all of them. The checker, the launch, the liquidity, and everything else. And we also provide you the blacklist protection. While we go to professional plan, well, there we have the mempool anti-HP and rug, okay, which is actually proactive searching and keeping your assets safe. You have that great Telegram scraper. We're not going to enter into details right now, but I've already sent a message in your channel with a link to our YouTube channel where we posted a video so that users can see how our Telegram scraper uses artificial intelligence to be able to detect contracts from voice notes, videos, pictures, text files, and so on, okay? Then you will have split buys, multi-wallets, and also for the professional plan, max transaction detection.
And then maybe for obviously, you know, even myself, I've been in the space for now like over 7 months, and I've never personally used like a sniper or anything like that. So what are you guys doing from more of like an educational or like that standpoint to really help people who are newer to the platform, maybe just newer to the concept in general of how to actually use that technology? Will you have maybe an educational landing pad or something where people could find those videos and kind of tutorials from the team?
Yeah, I'm going to start by answering yes to your question. And if I may have like 2 minutes, I'm going to start telling you why we arrived in this scenario. So first of all, we thought, why should we do such a tool? Because we got into this, let's say, area of cryptocurrencies, and we got here too late because we got wrecked by multiple scams. We lost a lot of money ourselves, and obviously a lot of snipers took our face. And then we decided, okay, it's enough. Since we own a development company and we have the developers, why don't we build one? Okay, and we did. And we started working for this tool last year, and we finished it before the end of last year. So maybe it was November or October or something like that. And since then, we started making profit. And we had our share of profit, trust me. But you've never seen us wrecking a token at launch or something like that, because we've been in this situation where we want to hold and we got wrecked. And then again, we came to a conclusion and said, okay, what if this tool should be useful for the entire market? And then we had pros and cons, because you know very well that while you say sniper, everybody says, okay, those guys are awful. Okay, we are not that awful. Now we are providing a tool to everybody, so everybody has the same opportunity. It's no more I have it or I don't have it. you have the opportunity, and now it's your decision if you're a holder or a JIT, how it's called, or a dumper, okay? From the perspective of learning how to use the app, because it was a very great question from your side, we at this moment we have the YouTube channel where everybody can see videos and demos. We also prepared the snippets inside the app where every function, or basically everything, is explained. So just move your mouse over it and it explains what you have to do, okay, for every single section, okay. Then we also have the frequently asked questions, which is going to be published within days in the website, and more. We have the channel, the Telegram channel, where we are very active. So our community there is actually 100% natural. It's a natural growth. It's not been botted or something like that, because it's not that much, as you can see, but it's real. And they can testify that for the last 2 months or so, we are there every day and we are active. Whatever question they have, we provide an answer, and whatever problem they might have, we provide a solution, okay? As my fellow DD used to say, we are here to stay and we are here to grow. And what better way to stay and to grow is than together?
Yeah, I think just as a fill for what you said, I think the main idea is we want to build, we want to have a level playing field for everyone. So it's not a matter if you have the sniper, you can have it. You don't have to buy it. You just have to hold it. If you don't like it, you can sell the bullet token. But yeah, the value of it, I think, is going to show. Some of our members in the Alpha group, like Slice said, already have decent profits from using it while still in the beta phase. So yeah, while it was still under works. But yeah, I think you guys will going to enjoy using it, and it will make actually the whole experience of buying and selling the tokens way better than just praying not to get wrecked by snipers or being rugged by the owner.
Well, I'd like to add one more thing, because I've been thinking whether to say it or not to say it for some time now, but I'm gonna say it because I'm very honest and open. Guys, one shock that I had, because we were all thinking, okay, how is going the market to react? How are going the influencers to react? And how are we going to explain people how to use it? And we've got a shock when we actually saw that many of the people already know how to use it, and when we heard a lot of influencers in the space actually wanting a safe solution for themselves or for their followers, because they are fed up of, let's say, wrecked launches or huge dumps without any reason. So I believe that this is a solution for the market. Okay, I truly believe in it. And I've seen something which is very, very, let's say, upsetting for the market, but brings us a lot of joy. And now you yourself, Maurice, maybe you can say if I'm right or wrong, but most of the callers and most of the influencers nowadays complain for the lack of a true utility token. Well, in my opinion, now you have it. We are selling the app, and the token itself is just a utility token. It's not something fancy. It's a utility token. We don't have team tokens, so we are very transparent. We are going to buy ourselves, not even in the pre-sale phase, but on launch, buy, not snipe, okay? Because we want to be transparent. And even more, you could see and you will see that if there is a sell or a dump, it's not going to be the team, because we don't own any tokens, okay?
Really important point, I think, to bring up with this, and it's something that I was curious about. So, um, with regards to the app and some of that revenue generation that you guys will be able to see not only through the sale of the service, but also through, potential advertising and that type of revenue that you might see as things ramp up. What are some of those, kickbacks or rewards that holders are going to see through the token as you guys start to earn revenue and pull in additional revenue streams in the future?
I think I have a problem with my connection because I heard you interrupted. Could you please repeat? And sorry, but could you please repeat the question?
100%. So I was just kind of curious. Obviously, as you mentioned, the token is utility token, and you guys are selling services through the app. So just figuring out through that revenue generation what the token benefits will be like through holders, how they're going to see a benefit or a growth in their token value as you guys grow out the actual app or the service, and as you guys add in like additional revenue like advertising and stuff like that, what will those benefits look like to token holders?
Yeah, I got your question. So that's a very good question. And in our opinion, the fact that the holders multiplication is going to increase the price of the token, it also will increase, obviously, the benefits, let's say, for the previous holders, as well as the fact that in time we actually have also a wallet for rewards, which is going to be activated as soon as we will launch, and is going to start gathering funds from the buys and sells, and that rewards token is going to be expressly used into contests. For instance, I don't know, just a small example, buy contest or something like that. And in time we will we actually have I'm not in a place where I can say very much, but I'm going to tell you like this. We are at the phase where we discuss about the system, where we burn tokens in order to keep the price steady and push it up. Okay? So, but we need to do all the math possible, because we are not that 1,000,000% API token or something like that. So the burn has to be sort of natural, okay, and controlled in order not to lose senses of the token, okay.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So I appreciate you walking us through that. I mean, like you said, you can't really get into too much detail now, so I appreciate you giving away what you can.
I
And then
can, but
obviously
I
just
don't want, because we need to keep some for the future, because improvements gets attention, improvements gets hype. I only want you to make aware your entire community, which is great, by the way, that we are working and will be working for this tool, because we are using this tool. So this tool and this token is here to stay.
perfect. And then looking at maybe, additional utility that you guys might add in, because I know you mentioned the mobile side of the app's going to come out in Q4. So in between now and then, what are you guys going to be focused on really for the development side?
So for the development side, to be more precise, okay, besides of the roadmap, because we didn't get to update it as we speak, one of the next things to be implemented is going to be a contract add-on, okay, which is going to be an add-on for the sniping procedures. What does that mean is it's a specific contract made for each purchase in part, or for which wallet in part. At this moment, the app is working at insane speeds, but we want to have insane speeds and insane safety, okay? So while we talk about speed, you have to imagine that while we speak, we have about 7 BSC nodes and about 5 ETH nodes, and one full node for AVAX, FTM, Matic, and so on and so on. Some might ask why so many, because they are full private nodes, and they have a custom code for some parts, and they are fully distributed to obtain this speed. While we talk back about the contract and what benefits that will provide, well, first of all, you should understand that at this moment, the option, for instance, for you to buy tokens using the Sniper is, as you've seen what I showed you, you should move actually BNBs or BUSD, whatever you want, from your main wallet to the escrow account and just snipe it. But with the contract, we're going to give you in time the option to keep your tokens on your wallet. So not even store the tokens on the escrow wallet, okay? But that's only possible using the contract option. And while we talk about this option, users should know that while activating such a feature, we won't be able to protect the funds that you have in your own wallet, because again, we don't ask you your private keys. Everybody knows what's happening when you give private keys to somebody, but we don't want that, okay? Now, moving forward, the next step is going to be for development. The pre-sale launches, because everybody seems to have interest in pre-sales, so sniping pre-sales, okay? What's whitelisted or not. Then sniping NFTs, because it's been brought to our attention that a lot of gas is being wasted while trying to mint NFTs, and you're not able because it's a huge hype, or you are too late, or blah, blah, blah. So these are going to be next steps. Then, as you've seen, and as you can see in the roadmap, we already have, let's say, ticked things that we already achieved, those marked with, like, let's say, a clock, which are in the working, and those that are simple circles, okay, which are going to be in the next phase. So we are trying to stick to the roadmap and add multiple features to this. One huge feature, in my opinion, is going to be the referral system, because once you refer someone to us, you are going to have your benefits as well, okay? Alert system is going to be very cool. We have it already sort of working, but we want to do it more thorough, where you can add yourself, let's say, bullet token launch. Ice, could you swap, please, for the dashboard? Thank you. And in the calendar. And here you would add the event as you want, as let's say, bullet token launch, and you will have alerts in the system. But in the near future, this is going to be integrated. And I have to say, this was a suggestion from the guys that we have in our alpha channel. This is going to be integrated with iCal, for instance, for iOS, or Google Calendar, or Microsoft Calendar. So you can have them pushed straight on your device and never miss a launch, never miss a pre-sale or something like that. He just gave an example. Okay, so, but this again is going to be in next steps. We promised to be live with the Sniper and the app and the Wallet Guardian as much possible at the launch. And I think that we did what's humane possible for us to provide and to deliver. And for the final 2 weeks, last 2 weeks, we've just been testing and testing and testing. And I still have to thank the guys from the Alpha channel, because they were absolute madness. They were close to us, and they actually assisted into testing as well.
And also suggestions. They were very awesome. We had a lot of good ideas from them. Yeah.
I wanted to kind of look now bit about what you guys are doing to really build up the community and the understanding of the project, because there's a lot of people I think who are looking for, always, I think the key in this space a lot of the times, especially with certain types of projects, is the earlier or the better you can get in, the more money that you stand to make, right? Like that's just the name of the game to some extent in this space. So obviously there's a lot of interest and a lot of kind of people of the mentality that exist for what your brand's trying to exude. So what are you guys going to do to grow up the community and have them be part of your messaging and really help push to not make it so dependent on a spend or a marketing budget specifically?
So at this moment, our community, it's not that big as one might think, but it's very united. And what kept them united is the fact that a lot of them started already using the tool or testing the tool and seeing it produce results. As I told them from the beginning, guys, you have to understand several things. Sniping is not only about getting in. Sniping is about getting in and getting out safe. And also it's about finding a good play. Because nobody here is about wrecking a token. We are here about creating profits. The same as the dev of that token launched. The dev launches or the owner launches because he wants to have some profit. You in Caesar calls, you devote your time doing this because everybody there has to eat, has to increase their revenues. So why don't we have a solution so that everybody that it's interconnected gets some gain, gets some win? And to keep everybody in the game close, united, and interested, or to increase even more interest, we are, as I told you, every day on the channel, we provide assistance, we ourselves, not because while we talk here, in this EMA, I'm present, is the leading dev and the co-owner, the DD, okay, for marketing. But you have to understand that our team consists of more than 9 people at this moment, okay? But we are only present here because we were available and the person's right for you to talk to or to explain or everything else. But we have a designer as well. We have 2 more developers, and we have technicians behind, because the environment itself needs technicians. It doesn't float in the air. So while we talk about the community, to engage it and to increase it, I do believe that earning, sniping, and creating benefits is going to create a strong community. To add to this, we are going to start providing, let's say, token hints. Yeah, we are going to start discussions about the new project that's going to be launched, let's say today or in about 5 hours. And we are going to provide our not specialized opinion, but our own opinion about what's that going to be about.
Perfect. And then kind of playing off of that, you touched on it early, but we didn't get into it. But I know this is a huge component, especially when you look at these market conditions and a newer kind of concept being driven into the space. What are you doing on the marketing side to not only push it into crypto, but then outside of crypto, what are you doing to maybe attract those non-crypto users, people maybe don't even have a wallet set up and could really benefit from some of the knowledge and expertise of being involved in a project like this? So I'll ask you about the crypto marketing first, and then maybe jump into the second part of the question afterwards.
So while we talk about the crypto, am I allowed to give names here, or it's not okay to give names? Just to refer, okay, we are doing that as influencers, Twitter influencers, or you would like to have names as well?
Need like specific names. I don't need to list off that specifically. I mean, if you wanted to, that's not a big deal. But for me, it's more so the plan on how you are trying to roll it out. So what's your plan for, before the pre-sale? What's your plan for while the pre-sale's live? How are you going to roll it out between the pre-sale and launch to ensure the hype stays and those communities that you went to early in the pre-sale phase are active and still with you guys for launch, like that type of kind of marketing, just getting a feel for your plan type thing.
Yeah, perfect. So at the start of this EMA, you said it yourself that you already know that we are prepared with several more EMAs and several more calls. So I could just tell you that, for instance, we already booked a couple of callers that already made some calls. We are going to be listed within Sally's channel. Tomorrow we are going to have EMAs also again with Drew, because Drew was the first of our, let's say, promoter, and also with Gollum. We just finished the discussions with a good friend of ours, to be honest, with Me Too. And we are going to start promoting also with Me Too. So I do believe, I'm going to quote now, probably Drew, but I think we did whatever humane possible to grow, to create a hype, and to be present in this space and show users that we are true. We are not a fake or something like that. We're not scams or something. We kicked, we doxed to whomever asked, and we also have 2 audits. Okay, maybe people will ask, okay, why not Certic? Okay, I'm going to be honest, why not Certic? Because first of all, it's damn expensive for a simple token. We are not, I don't know, providing, how do you call them, airdrops or of some kind within the contract. We're not providing benefits in another token. It's a pure contract, a plain contract, as you can see within both audits, that simply has some taxes. So audit, kick, influencers, Twitter influencers, we are present on Reddit. We started discussions on Reddit. We've got ourselves also the Medium page, and I'm gonna jump a bit on the offline section, because from the Medium section, we actually started creating some chapters in order to be able to create a book. I'm not going to give you the title yet, but it's going to be present, and it's going to be an ebook as well, which is going to be let's say, a training book, not only for sniping, because we're not talking about sniping just there, but about training, about how we see it as the best option for one to start trading in such a market. And I'm going to give you the reason why we actually came to the conclusion that we should do such a thing. I saw an analysis that said that over 70% of the people that invested in 2021 into regular coins like Bitcoin, BNB, Ethereum, or whatever are losers. And yeah, that might come to a true fact. And that's based on the fact that everybody then bought in FOMO, because the Bitcoin price skyrocketed and everybody thought, okay, I'm going to lose the train and I'm buying now. So this is for the online, for the next phase for pre-sale, and then for the launch itself. And I told you something about as well. I told you something about the offline things that we are aiming. We told everybody that our intention is to get this token, if possible, listed on a checks as well. Now, I'm going to explain everybody that while we talk about listing this token on a checks, you have to have a corporation, a business, an established business. So these are the next steps in offline, finalizing the best possible location for our incorporation, then subscribing and starting discussions for a checks listing. Of course, our aim would be high, but we have to see how the launch goes and how much we can afford to invest into such a thing. So basically, these are the plans for marketing, for the community, and for the growth. And also, again, about ambassadors.
That's really smart, and I'm really, again, kind of on that secondary part of things, like on the real world side now, what are you really doing to push it into, non-crypto spaces, people who aren't as familiar with, following some of these influencers, following, the core socials? Are you running any, as I like to call them lately, the way I would deem them comparable to how you look at marketing objectives in the space is kind of point of sale objectives, which is more of your, your PooCoins, your CMCs, like that type of stuff. So what are you doing to maybe drive people who don't sit on Telegram as much, follow the Twitter side, but do invest in crypto, maybe through some of the more large scale initiatives, like, your CMCs and stuff like that?
Sorry. I didn't get that you meant about that when I said offline. So obviously, CMC and CG is the next step. So before everything else mentioned, so CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, we are going to try to be trending on DEX tools. On PooCoin, we're going to serve ads as well. So obviously, without any problem, we actually started a discussion today to try to get ourselves listed as soon as possible. So maybe, if possible, at least in CoinGecko, to be listed even before the launch. So
Perfect. I know you walked us through like your in real life stuff as well, but I was curious a little bit about that after you kind of mentioned what you had said. So I think we'd kind of touched on community marketing, the token, the app. I know ICE gave us just an awesome walkthrough of everything earlier too, with regards to the actual sniper, the functionality of your different products there that you're offering. And I know you walked us through your service features, a little bit about the revenue share potentially. You didn't get into as much on the advertising and stuff, because like you said, you'll have those announcements drop as they come to obviously keep hype and stuff around it, not give out too much too early. So I really appreciate that. And then looking at maybe anything that you guys...
May I add one more thing, because we actually think this is quite a hit. I'm going to ask ICE to open our YouTube channel and search for, we have a video about the TG, the Telegram with the augmented reality that we have, artificial intelligence that we have, to see how it works, because maybe people would like to see. Just as a small preview, it's like 2 minutes or something like that. Is it okay for you?
For me or for Bogdan? Yeah, no, it's good for me.
No. For you. I was talking about you. If it's okay for you, if we showed our YouTube channel.
Yeah, no, of course. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything, and if that's something that we missed, let's do it. I'm happy, and then we'll get some questions going.
I think it's one of the hits. This one, and for instance, the way that the sniper takes you off the blacklist. But let's start with this one.
Oh, he doesn't have his mic on, so if there is sound, we just can't hear it. That's all.
Yeah, ICE, you should put your mic on so they can hear.
Yeah, just a second. Let me just set it up. Can you hear the video?
Yes.
No, I
Well,
can't.
I actually doesn't hear the video.
Yeah, I can't on mine either.
Yeah, maybe we should share the link. I think it would be a better idea.
Yeah, share the link in the the post.
So yeah, well, I think we should share.
You could still do the walkthrough of the video, so like it's captured, because it's not a bad thing to just kind of see.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm going to do the narrative then, okay? So basically, we've got on the left side of the screen, I've created a fake channel, okay? And in the right side, we've got here the Telegram section where we create the bot, and I selected the channel, the amount to snipe, and then you've seen there that there are no orders yet. Now I'm selecting a token that has already been launched. Okay, so it's a live token. I've pasted the contract address there and removed the last, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 digits. Let's see, because I don't remember. I think it's 4 digits or 3. And I'm just creating an image using those 4 digits, okay? It's not a clear text, because usually people say that clear text is easy to read. No, I'm going to paint them, okay, to be even harder for the for the app to detect them. So excuse my handwriting. Okay, I'm exporting the image right now. Okay, so basically now users will be able to see that once I post the image, okay, with a description, yeah, part of the contract, and I select the image, the app is going to pick it as soon as possible. You see here no orders, and then you have view order. And if you click it there, you will see that it purchased the token. Due to the fees, we are at 91.7%, so the token is already bought.
Yeah, so basically, there's no way that Cesar is gonna stop you buying his token. That's what you have to know.
So essentially, it's able to buy based on an image.
Yeah.
Be crazy. So will you guys? So are you going to have it specific to needing like a way for maybe barcodes to be added in, or maybe make it so it's more authenticated, I guess is the best way to try and put it, or the right word I'm looking for?
Yeah, it's so safety is our number one priority, to start with this, and then since this market is going to be cat and mouse, okay, we are going to find solutions for the solutions that you find, okay, so it's going to be a chase. We are going to provide improvements for anything that's going to be live in this market, the next day market, and everything. So what should be the most important thing for users to understand and be convinced that this tool is going to exist is the fact that we are using it, and what we are using is going to be provided to them. So as long as we need improvements, they get improvements.
Perfect. And throughout your kind of rollout stage of the app and everything, will you, or do you already have like, maybe a beta testers or a early community members group that's been working with you to give some UI and feedback on everything there?
Yes, I would like, if the screen is already shared by ICE, please share also the Telegram group, Bogdan, so that everybody can see that we have
started again, because I was just sharing just a second. I have to share the whole screen. Yeah, just a second.
What you will actually see, it's our alpha channel, okay, how we call it, and you will also see that it's already okay. We are not now. We are going to give ourselves out, to be honest, okay, because we already posted.
Just a second. We were about to snipe all Crypto Mage, and now everybody saw that. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that cool? Because your channel already called it.
Which one was this?
Old Crypto Mage, but we had to cancel because we came into the the EMA.
Oh, nice.
So we were about to snipe it, but we already gave it to our Alpha members.
Yeah, so imagine, guys, that every day when we find some place, we share them there, and everybody can snipe them. And we exchange infos, we exchange strategies, we talk about how much to ape, how much you're gonna hold, and all kind of stuff.
Go to media there up and show some screenshots with the profits. Yeah. All these are images or pictures that users send. Okay?
This is the mobile one.
Yeah, this is a mobile one, exactly.
Nice. So then I guess on the back end is one of the things I will say with some of the issues that I have personally with, you know, being part of a bigger channel and then seeing how many alpha groups and stuff there are in the space is not every group actually understands how to trade smart and how to actually, you know, take profits properly and hold. A lot of people try and get into these groups and do whatever they can to get into these groups just strictly to make themselves as much money as humanly possible. So just like to combat the actual human greed that exists in this space, what are you doing to ensure that the projects that you guys are targeting are actually, you know, able to sustain? Because that's one thing that is tough is, you know, you guys might start getting targeted from projects negatively if, you know, some of the people utilizing this technology have no idea how to actually trade and are strictly doing it to maximize profit, because that also does hurt the space.
Yes, and we had this in our head when we started this journey. So for this reason, each individual has its own wallet. So actually, you're not affected if you are, let's say, a jitter or a dumper. I'm not affected at all by the way you do things. Also, you will never see us signing our names like assholes. Okay, my sniper is called. You know that there was a sniper in the industry called Cancer. Basically, everybody knows Cancer because he was dumping on each coin he was able to. So we are not that kind of sniper. All our functions are the regular ones. Okay, swap ETH or swap tokens for ETH. So basically, it's not something distinguishable. You won't be able to put a label to say, okay, this one is Bullet Sniper. No. And to be honest, what I hate the most in this space is when people say, yeah, but you know, you're a sniper, you play with gas, but you can play with the gas yourself. You can stop using PancakeSwap and start using the PancakeSwap router because it's faster and it won't give you those errors. Yeah, but you know, you have your own app. Yeah, because I developed the app, so it's easier for me to work things out. But I'm not here to destroy a token. But also, Maurice, I cannot be responsible for the users. What we tell them is simple, guys. Please use this wisely. Do your own research because, as I told everybody, tokens nowadays may be scams. Sorry, so we might miss some scams. We are not perfect. Perfect is a utopia, but we try to be as close as possible to perfection and as close as possible to the reality of the market. So again, we ourselves are not going to wreck tokens. For instance, our alpha channel also saw the way we do things. If we promote a token, we only buy after we say, okay, this is the token, and we bought. So first of all, I'm showing you the token, and then I'm buying. Okay, I'm not aiming to make profit out of the users that are going to buy after me. But then if we talk about launches, of course, the app, and this is a question some users might have, but they didn't get the opportunity to ask, which is the order the sniper is going to purchase the token. It's simple. It's FIFO, first in, first out. So whether I'm putting myself an order right now, I'm not going to be to purchase it faster than you if you put the order, let's say, 2 hours before me. Okay, so the first order that the sniper delivers is the first one that goes into the queue. Then again, it's the BSC and the mining and the, let's say, the nodes that provide, let's say, a peak into the order of the purchases. But the sniper works on the first in, first out. So the first one that puts an order is going to be the first serve.
Perfect. And I mean, as long as you guys are kind of preaching that education and maybe helping newer users, like I said, along the way with that trading strategy and tips and kind of tutorials, I think that's really, really important. So I appreciate you walking me through. I think from my end, that's
we shouldn't destroy
the
market. We shouldn't destroy the market that we depend on, right?
That's just it, right? Is
Yep.
even with me, like during an AMA, there's a project I like, I'll tell the channel, you know, like I'm gonna probably buy some of this or something, but you know, I buy it after the AMA is done. Anybody who's listened, who jumped in, could have had a chance to buy it before me. You know, those people who don't even attend the AMAs and just buy something based on a post. Obviously, they're getting into first. So it's like I always joke sometimes when it's a project that's like long term. Like when I say that, I'm like, so, you know, don't dump on me or front load me, like joking around to people who are listening, right? So
yeah, I totally get you. So again, be sure that our own intention is to be safe in the same environment that we work with you. So the whole concept here is to provide equality and equity to all of the users, if they want to, obviously. But again, as you said, we are trying to preach and to educate and to explain how to gain and how to take profits. And each time I told everybody or everyone I've met, it's not a matter of getting the biggest profits out of one token, but it's about getting the most of the profits out of all the tokens, because this is the key to the success.
I think that's really smart. I've actually been having a conversation with somebody recently about that, who's a community member, but also like they have a small kind of like private group a little bit, and then they help a little bit with like project marketing, and they've been on a number of our AMAs, and they've actually booked a few through projects they've helped with us, because they know like we push and preach education a lot, which, you know, sometimes projects I know some projects or some devs and some teams just won't come on our channel for AMAs because they don't want to deal with the questions I'm going to ask them. I've had some teams who've been in the AMAs be like, can we end this? These questions are too hard. And I'm like, I'm just asking basic questions that like any investor should know. So for me, it's all about trying to kind of grow that education floor up with our channel, because, you know, the more people take the time to listen and, you know, actually implement some of these things that we talk about, there's real money to be made in this space. And it is more of a numbers game where, yes, we understand on one specific play, we may call out, you might lose a little bit of money, even if some other people may make money. But if you look at the overall consistency of the posts that we put up on the channel, if you legitimately have lost money since even I started in November, and you've been around, and even if you put in small buys like 0.1, 0.2, and, you know, trade it smart, take out your initials, take a bit of profit, and hold and see like, you know, how it grows, or if it's a degen, you know, just maybe slow drip a little bit of profit on pumps so that you're not actually negatively affecting the chart or causing a candle, just stuff like that. It's really effective for the overall health of the system. And, people have effectively taken that measures. There's people who've made like lots of money, like upwards of 10, 20. I've had a couple conversations where people have made like 50,000 over the time that I've been here. I know one person made like 35 grand on one play alone that we AMA'd. So like, there's some serious money to be made in this space. It's just you got, like you said, Sly, not every project is going to perform. And it's the same way why you look at any investor in the real world in the stock markets, even Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett doesn't buy two plays and like, all right, I'm going to get rich off this. Warren Buffett's got a huge portfolio that overall it's profitable. It's not like everyone in there is profitable, but the long-term overall gains is profits. So that's what I like to say about any investing is you should put smaller amounts into stuff, and that way you can, dip your toe in a little bit more projects, and then you don't have as much of an emotional connection to things as well, too. If you're not a bigger investor, take your portfolio, what you're willing to invest, and split it up into small pieces and play with each individual piece on a different project if that's how you want to do it. So there's just so many different ways you could take advantage of crypto, but take advantage in a healthy way, not the negativity that comes with the word taking advantage. You could still do it, I think, in a positive light to benefit yourself and the project. Anyway, so we'll open it up here to some community questions. Sorry to go off on a little side tangent there. So who haven't we heard from? Otto. It's been a while since we've heard from Otto. We'll maybe go Otto. Buck had to run out on a fire call there. So he sent me some questions that you guys had DM'd him. So I'll get a few of these in here. So Jesse, if you want to throw your hand up, you can get your question in. I know you DM'd Buck. Said you were pretty excited about this one. But I'll read Haney's question here first. So one problem we see in crypto is the pump and dump schemes are becoming a serious issue. Investors' hard-earned money is kind of going down the drain after sometimes, short as 30 minutes. Could you please tell us how the initiative you guys are bringing to the space will prevent whales manipulating tokens and essentially make projects price appreciate and reach the moon?
Well, first of all, I do appreciate your question, but I am honest, and I should be honest. I don't see how anyone could actually stop a whale doing whatever he wants to do. Well, actually, only the dev of the token can do that by limiting the wallet size, the max transaction amount, maybe cooldown or something like that. But as Maurice said, and as I've told you, we are aiming to issue or to release a book and an ebook. That's the only thing that we can do. But you already know probably that not everybody listens. So when Caesar or Maurice or us tell them, okay, stop dumping and try to see the perspective of the project, not everybody listens. I can agree with the situation, and I know it's a tough period because everybody had, I call them pickpockets, okay? You've met with pickpockets because you invested in a project and you feel like somebody stole your money out of your pocket, okay? But it's something that this market actually has brought them or allowed them to exist, okay? I'm not negative. I'm not saying that is someone's fault, but it's the whole market, the whole concept. I'm just going to give you a small example, okay? Ice, could you please open the private sales section that we have created? And I'm giving you this just as a simple example. When we decided to start the private sale, the private sale collection app.
Sorry, just a second.
People. So when we started discussing about the private sale, okay, we said, okay, let's look professional. Let's be professional. Okay? And we developed this. It's more or less Ping Sale, Gempad, DXL, the same system. You unlock your wallet and you contribute. Okay? You connect, you contribute with the amount you want, and it works flawlessly. And we found ourselves in a situation where users said, yeah, well, okay, but how can I trust this is safe? Dude, you are filling a form, a Google form, with a transaction ID of an amount that you've sent to whatever wallet. I'm not sure if everybody gets me, but this is the market. We provide you a safe tool, and the market says, nah, I don't feel safe to use this. I feel safer for me to send the money to a wallet and fill in a form. Okay, let's do the form. And while we are doing the form, we found ourselves that there were like, I don't know, 80% of the entries were fakes or scams. And we had to watch over that form like 3 days or something like that, just to make sure that we got the right owner, the right wallet, and the right amount, not to airdrop by mistake to a scammer and to have a real guy have his funds lost or something like that. So this is the market. If the market is going to align into a safe direction, if you're going to have more and more people listening to callers, and I'm naming here Caesar, Venom, Drew, Golem, Me Too, which are huge, and they don't have the intention to rob you. I still believe that you're going to feel safe and be safe, but only if you listen to them. Stop running for small gains, jumping into projects that have like 2, 3, 4 BNB's liquidity and expect that your 0.1 BNB would turn into 12. That's going to happen probably once in, I don't know, 5, 6 months. Start using investments more carefully. This is my opinion, but this has nothing to do probably with the sniper, but more with the trading app.
Perfect.
I feel like a preacher. I feel like a preacher now.
No, that's good. You're going to get a couple more questions. So
no problem.
We got Jesse. I know Jesse wanted to get one in. I'm not sure if he's still in here with us today. While we're waiting, we'll maybe try Dwicky. Dwicky, if you wanted to go ahead. Okay, we'll try Dwicky. We'll maybe try Levi after that. Yeah, Dwicky, then Levi, it looks like the order would be. Like Levi's been quick. You got the floor, Levi. Go ahead.
Sweet, yeah. I am a DeFi crypto sniper. Very interested in this project to come out. It has a lot of features and some other ones that I'm already in, but this one seems to be giving everything right up front as opposed to waiting for certain things to develop. So I like that. One question I had, I saw mentioned in your chat, you have your liquidity locked for 1 month just in case something happens.
Yep.
And then you plan to relock it, but I'm just curious, what kind of a situation would you be setting up for your liquidity to be unlocked within a month for that you could foresee?
No, it's not a situation that we foresee, but as I told you, we don't believe ourselves to be perfect or close to perfection or experts. We tend to do the best expertise or the best performance that we can, or to provide the best performance that we can. And due to the fact that we've seen a lot of launches with huge names in this industry called, and with huge devs called, that actually failed at launch, we don't want to find ourselves in a situation where the liquidity is locked for like 6 months at start, and then we feel ourselves, okay, guys, you have to send the tokens to this wallet, and we're going to airdrop you again. No, it's going to be this small amount of period just in case something happens. But if, and we do believe that nothing is going to happen within the launch, to launch something wrong or something by mistake with the contract, we are going to be able to withdraw the liquidity and relaunch. But if everything works smooth, the liquidity is going to be extended, the lock is going to be extended within minutes after the launch, okay? So that everybody is safe, and you can see that we don't intend to do anything with the liquidity.
Okay, and then the other question I had, with the amount of unlocked tokens that you have, is that all private sale, or are there other functions for those unlocked tokens? And with the amount that does go to private sale, can you make the contract or the wallet address that it was sent to available so that we could see that the amount that you claim was in private sale was actually sent from multiple wallets in that time frame to that address?
Yeah, obviously. So there were 2 phases of the private sale. There were 2 wallets with no problem. We are going to provide them publicly. One was gathered by Drew itself, and one was gathered by us ourselves without any marketing. So I'm going to tell you honestly, guys, that before we started this, let's say, EMAs and calling sessions, we had absolutely no marketing created. So none, zero. Everything was done organically, okay, by mouth to mouth, and everybody started speaking about this project. So this is how we gathered the private sale, and of course we can provide you the wallets without any problem.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'd like to see that in your chat if possible, just because we got 24 hours approximately before launch. So it'd be some nice confidence boost for me personally, and I'm sure others as well, especially with the 1 month liquidity, then add to it the unlocked. I'd just like to know where stuff is going, because your utility sounds amazing. But from an investor standpoint also, I'd like to make sure that the token side of things is covered as well.
Yeah, I'm just doing it as we speak. So if you give me like 30 more seconds, I'm going to give you a go.
Awesome. And I know that I missed out on the private because I didn't hear about this until you became live on the Gempad listing. How far out is it from us investors being able to use the utilities, and how many of those utilities are just going to be for your alpha group as opposed to the public once we buy the required tokens to get in?
Yeah, so I can answer that. All the features we have on our Sniper platform, once we're gonna go live, it's gonna be accessible to anyone, not for the alpha group. The alpha group we created was basically a part of the private investors. We gave them the opportunity to use and beta testing our Sniper. Once we go live, all the features will be available for everyone.
Awesome. So there's no beta testing exclusive stuff. We'll get everything that they got at that point.
Everybody will have the same features at launch, of course.
Did you get the message in our chat?
I'm not in there right now. I'd have to back out of this. My phone's kind of messed up, but I definitely will follow through. I promise you I'll look at it, and I appreciate you posting that information.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'll shoot you a DM too, Levi, because I actually have a question for you while you're on the air. You know, somebody who utilizes these types of, you know, projects and utility yourself. What are kind of, as a user, you know, your maybe top 3 or 3 things you look for out of the platforms?
Well, this one looks a bit more intricate, which I kind of like. There might be some more statistical data on there to help me make a better decision while I'm trading. Whereas there's other snipers that are incredibly simplified, and so they're really good for push button and go on a mobile device. And then I don't know if you guys have any passive income outside of volume, but some snipers actually share revenue from the profit of the utilities with their holders as well to encourage, long-term holding with their things to where you don't just have to snipe yourself, but other people sniping is also paying you. And then how you guys got the inner blockchain, that's awesome.
Yeah, basically everyone who snipes, the entire profit he made is his profit. We're not gonna charge you based on your profit you're making.
Got it. So you don't have
You
like
guys,
node maintenance fees or anything that you got going on? Because I know there's some operational costs to maintain, the hardware side of things.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course there are. We have our own network guys, but I'm not sure if you heard at the beginning of the EMA. Well, while we were speaking, and I said that we actually have a development company ourselves, and actually our employees work into serving us. So basically, we have some costs, and we already had a lot of costs covered by ourselves, but our own intention is for this solution to keep to be able to self-sustain, and to be able to be self-sustained means from the fees. And as I told Maurice, we are going to try to bridge or bundle multiple opportunities for users to let's say enhance their experience, such as additional add-ons or probably sniping shots, as I called them. Okay, if someone doesn't want to hold 1,500 tokens at a time, dollars worth of tokens at a time, okay, he can use single shot sniping, which is going to cost X amount of dollars, for instance. So yeah, everything there, all from the fees go into development, maintenance, and operations. And sorry, a part also in the rewards wallet, as I told you guys, because we are going to incentivize.
Okay, but revenue is predominantly token volume. So once the token volume slows down and everybody's happy and they just want to hold because they got an awesome utility, that's kind of where I kind of wonder where the upkeep will come from.
Those others incentivize.
So they do charge Levi for a couple of their more premium packages. So they have like a professional sniper service as well, which is like a bit of an upgraded version. So that's like a revenue stream that they're going to have. And then I think we kind of talked a little bit about advertising in the future maybe coming into play. But the one thing I think that you brought up was a really good suggestion, and it's something that kind of played off of two of my earlier questions regarding, educations and tutorial and more support. Is did you guys think about maybe having a community pool or that type of option? Whereas Levi's suggestion, maybe it's more of a, contribution based and kind of less, stressful on maybe somebody who's using a sniper for the first time, but maybe using a sniper to try and maximize their profits because they're maybe not as familiar with trading. Because I know a lot of people start kind of trying to get bots and snipe early because they get wrecked on some plays.
So obviously this is the example I gave you while talking about how we would want to keep the community close, be present, and be within the life of this project, provide answers, assistance, and obviously there are a lot of things that can be discussed, and I totally understand the point that Levi expressed. At the point when the token settles, what's going to be the revenue? Well, to be honest, I just want to see that moment when the token settles and where's going to be the revenue, because that's the point where I know that everybody is satisfied. They know that the tool works, and we need to improve something. Okay, because to be honest, I don't operate myself under the premise that I put something on the market and I should earn forever and ever. At that point, when the revenues, let's say, won't be that much, then we need something improved. We need something added to the functions, or I don't know, to the whole concept, so that the token moves, so that new users come, new investors come.
Perfect. I appreciate the detail on that. Yeah, great suggestion, Levi, and appreciate your feedback as well for me, man, on kind of what you
Great.
look for in these types of projects.
Cool. Yeah. Thanks for letting me ask the questions. I'll definitely dig into it deeper. I've been looking at their site for about a week and some change, I want to say, since they're listing. So I'll look some more, but really awesome having them on here to hear them live. So thanks for your service.
Thank you very much for your assistance, first of all, because everything you said and everything you provided us is a great feedback.
We'll get here, maybe try and get one from the audience that I'd mentioned. So I don't know if Jesse's still here. Thought I saw him, but I guess not. He was just curious about the functionality of it as well with regards to tracking trades. So one sec. Here, he had a good question. I'm going to just pull it up. He messaged me. He said he had to jump. He said, let me know if you get an answer to that. So he said, one of the things you might see with, the decentralization of the blockchain is that, people have a tendency to copy or try and mimic somebody's successful trade patterns. So if they identify somebody who's been able to successfully snipe a lot of projects, people might try and copy that pattern. So try and set, similar time limits for buys and sells and have the same techniques. He's curious to know if there might be any effect on the system if too many people start to identify that pattern and kind of input the same information. If everybody has the same buy and sell limits on a trade and it's trying to execute too high of a volume at the same time, like, would that cause a glitch? Like, I went into a little bit more detail. He just wanted to see what you guys have thought on to avoid glitches in the system if people are able to identify successful traders and maybe try and mock their pattern.
Well, first of all, this is the exact thing that we told you about untraceable trade system, which is going to be available after the contract add-on, as we explained, which contract add-on is going to be available just for the professional plan and for an additional fee, okay, paid monthly. So it's not going to be bundled. This is going to be an added value to the project itself and an added cost to the project itself. So these untraceable trades won't allow someone to follow the trade. This is one thing. Then again, due to the fact that we don't use a label for our sniper so that users can detect which of the transactions or the transaction IDs are made from the sniper, it's also difficult to for one to pick. Then again, if someone, for instance, tries to follow a wallet or identifies a wallet from a multiple list of transactions, and they say, okay, this one has a lot of success doing this and doing that, of course, we have a solution for that, but again, Maurice, it's like giving away security things that we've made, okay? Because if I'm going to tell which is the solution, it's going to be, again, a cat and mice fight. So those that actually do this might try and find a way to avoid it. But in short, yeah, there is a solution up at the moment, which doesn't allow direct mimic of the trade. Let's call it so. I'm trying to be very careful with my words, because if I'm giving out technical information, I'm giving out solutions.
No, 100%. So, Calvin also had a good question. Calvin, I don't know if you were able to jump off mute. I know you've had some problems with your mic before. Calvin, if you did want to jump off mute, you could go ahead. You did send me a good one there about the untraceable trades, and that kind of plays off of what Jesse just asked and what Sly had mentioned. Nope, Calvin got dropped. Okay, classic. All right, one sec. Let me go to Calvin's question. So he said, with the untraceable trades, you said with such a trade, people won't know that the trade was performed and that the person is given the chance to use the copy trade. My question is, does it mean that your app won't push those who don't use the untraceable trade? And does it mean that those people won't be allowed to operate with the copy trade, which is much easier? So essentially, he's curious if anybody who chooses not to use the untraceable trades still has the copy functionality.
Of course, because copy functionality is available to everyone, but you can only copy, or you could only copy those that allow you to copy. Imagine that on this website, on tradersclub.app, when you will launch the app, you will have a section with, call them names, okay? Call them whatever. Part of them are influencers, part of them are calling channels, me, myself, probably you yourself, Maurice, if you want to use the app. And when you start using the app, you will have the option to select, okay, shall I or will I make my trades public? Yes. Will I allow my trades to be copied? Yes. What's the fee? Monthly fee, percentage of the earning, blah, 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 blah. You know? So that's going to be a complete new section. So again, due to the fact that this solution with the copy trade is still being built, we have the technical solution, but it's being built in front end. What I suggest is for everybody to start looking over Iconomy. Ice, open please iconomy.com.
Yeah, so Maurice, what you have to understand, imagine at some point you're a profitable trader, right? And you want to let everyone buy your course. So you just enter on our website, you make yourself a profile there, and you charge everyone that copy your trades your fee. Now, that fee can be 10 USD, 12 USD, and so on. And everyone that's gonna, I don't know, pay that fee to you, it's gonna copy wherever you're gonna buy.
You basically copy a strategy, okay? That's the whole idea. You're not going to front run a wallet. You're going to copy a strategy. So imagine, for instance, that you select to copy my strategy, okay? And you budget yourself like, let's say, 10 BNBs to copy my strategy. The moment I purchase a token called blah, 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 Cesar calls is the best, that second, your account is going to buy the same token I bought, okay? And it's going to be a compared thing. In my wallet, there are, let's say, 100 beans. In yours, there are 10, but the percentage of the amount used by me is going to be the same used by you. So if I use 20% of my funds to invest into that token, you are going to use 20% of your funds, or the system is going to use 20% of your funds to buy that. Right now, for instance, ICE is showing you, for instance, top performer strategies, right, from Iconomy, and he's giving you examples, right? This one, the best choice strategy with the username @MRD1, has a return rate out of 24 hours of that amount, and you can see here. If you choose to copy his strategy, then you will see you will be asked to log in, and then you will choose the way to pay to be able to copy that strategy. Okay, it's not like mirroring wallets. That's a function we are not giving out. Okay, we can mirror wallets, and we mirror wallets if we want, but it's a function that we're not giving out because it's unfair. You see here, the copy fee is yearly 1%, for instance. Yeah, sell exit cost per transaction is 0.5%, 0.5%. So that's the concept we're going to bring also in this crypto, let's call them shitcoins, okay, market.
Perfect. And then I had another question in here from Malcolm. Malcolm's question in here is Malcolm 18. So he said, you mentioned you'd build up a system where eventually NFT holders can have the opportunity, even without holding the token, to use the sniper for maybe a month, maybe a 3, maybe a lifetime, depending on what you kind of implement. Will the variation of the opportunity to use it depend on the level of the NFTs, and what kind of value are you looking at for these?
Obviously, the extended period is going to come with the higher value of the NFTs, okay? Because but the main thing that people should understand, that minting those NFTs is going to be made possible only using the Bullet token. So basically, this should answer Levi's question about how and why the fees are going to be sustainable for the project. Because with every new addition of functions, ideas, and new projects we would bring, we will involve Bullet, because Bullet is the utility token, and in time maybe the governance token.
And then his last question was, should somebody unlock a 1-month subscription and get logged out, how will they be able to log back in? My question, to kind of expand on that, would they need to purchase another NFT, and would that NFT come with a new login, or could they use the same login for a different NFT?
No,
Essentially, just with regards to like tracking previous trade history and stuff, just having your analytics to run through.
It's not about tracking history, it's about holding. So when you mint the NFT and you get the, let's say, 2 months NFT, okay, once you have that NFT, you start your 2 months period. Because if you are minting an NFT in order to be able to use the sniper, it's obviously that you're going to use the sniper once you get the NFT. So once that period expires, okay, with that NFT for free or for something, when that period expires, you will need a new NFT in your wallet, in your connection, obviously.
Or just hold enough bullets for your...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
anyway, if you're you do not hold enough, or your NFT expires, your account will still be there. We won't remove or delete data, because you have to imagine that data is not that big. So we can hold it for maybe 1 year or 2 years without having to delete it. Thank you.
Perfect. Just want to check, make sure. I know I got some other. So question here is from King. So he said you had mentioned that you guys will potentially bridge the token to different networks. Will that be something that would be done automatically, or would the holders need to help with the migration with you?
It's going to be done automatically. Or I didn't get the proper meaning of the question. So basically,
Sometimes, as a holder, you don't have to do anything. They move to another network. You just put your new Ethereum, contract address in your wallet. The tokens will show up there versus, having to actually send the token in so that like the team can.
That's not bridging. That's not
Okay.
bridging. Bridging
So
is something else. So we are not relaunching on a different platform. We are going to launch as well what we told the users, and I'm very glad that we've got this question because this means that the one that popped the question was quite old with us. So he had some history with us if he heard us talking about this. We are going to perfect. We are going to launch also on Ethereum on AVAX as well. And the reason we are doing that is that at this moment, the Sniper works on Ethereum as well, but you have to hold bullet tokens on BSC. Okay, so what if a user doesn't want to have a BSC wallet, even though it's there, or hold BSC tokens at all? He wants to hold only ETH tokens. Okay, so I mean Ethereum chain, ERC20 bullet tokens. So for this reason, we are going to launch as well an Ethereum bullet token in time. It's not going to be tomorrow. And so that the holders from Ethereum could be compensated the same way like holders on Bullet with the same packages. Bridging them, yeah, obviously that's our plan and this is our intention. And why is that? It's simple because sometimes one network might be in your interest more than the other. Just assume that you have 100 tokens on BSC that's worth like $3,000 now, and 2 days later on Ethereum it's worth like $2,500. So why not swap those into Ethereum and get some revenue yourself? That's the whole idea. Arbitrage and also the opportunity for everyone to choose which chain they should hold the tokens in.
Appreciate that. And I just want to make sure, double check. I don't have anything else here that I missed. We got one from Rex here. I do have to close it up here, guys, pretty shortly, so I could maybe do one more question. Just I wasn't expecting the AMA to run so long, and I am on the road, so I'm just gonna dock here at my parents' house, and I have to get head back to the city. So
I got a question if you guys want one on DC.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was curious. Is there a limit to how many wallets that you can snipe with at once? Like, can I set a whole bunch of wallets to do certain purchases, and can I do different amounts of purchases with each wallet?
At this moment, so at launch, there is going to be available just the single wallet snipe at launch. After launch, so within the next days, we're going to release the function as Ice is showing you, the function to have sub accounts or sub wallets, okay? And we are still debating on the amount of wallets. And why we are doing this is due to the discussion that we already had, and Maurice also touched a hot point, racking tokens. Because I could give you the opportunity to use like 50 wallets or 500 wallets, and with that, definitely you're going to rack a token. So we need to be also aware of the destruction capabilities of the tool that we are providing in order to decide how much is enough.
True. I just wanted people to know there's a perspective. A sniper is not necessarily a hacker. It's kind of like a real gun. I could use it to murder somebody, or I could use it to protect my family, right?
Yeah.
And so whenever it comes to sniping, the reason why I like multiple wallets is because there's a lot of people that I know that are not tech savvy or they're just scared to use the program. And so they could give me a wallet for me to add, and then I could do an order for them as well. And so sometimes just with different groups that I'm in, I might make purchases for other people. One really hype token that came out, like nobody got it except for whoever was with me and had their wallet loaded into my sniper. So just curious if you have that in your future. So it sounds like you do.
Yeah, Levi.
Levi, I want to tell you something. You should be on board on our team because this is the first time. I'm honest. I'm honest to God that I'm hearing somebody else besides our team coming up with this solution. And to be honest, you just busted our ball because this should be actually a marketing idea for us. You don't trust the sniper, you don't trust an app, no problem. Trust a friend of yours that could buy for you. But this is great. So I'm very pleased to see that there is someone else thinking just like we do.
So I just want to add something. Levi, you have to imagine that the sniper we developed, it's so, how can I say it? It's so powerful. At this point, we try to limit it. So, yeah, we got a sniper that we're thinking at this point how we can limit it. That's all I can say now.
I can give you an example, Levi. If you want, I could give you, but I'm going to switch to CLI interface. So if you will provide me, for instance, a wallet of yours where you want to make a trade, I can show you right now that I can front run your trade without any problems, okay? So this is why we're telling you we are limiting the options because we don't want to bust things. We don't want to ruin things. We are here because we want to provide a good tool for everybody to be able to use it.
Yeah, I would want to just fill in something. You can still use multiple wallets, but you will have to add them in your MetaMask and link them to their own profiles in the sniper. So you can technically do it now, but you'll have to open a different instance of the application with a different MetaMask account linked to it. So but right now it will be a bit tricky.
Yeah, but that solution won't wreck tokens because if you want to sell, you have to switch and sell and switch and sell
Definitely.
and switch and sell. So yeah, obviously we allow that, but we are not going to allow a multiple dump from 2,000 wallets. You see,
Yeah,
right
I
now.
understand that with great power comes great responsibility, as they say. I just would rather see the power of this kind of trading in the hands of the individual investor instead of in the hands of just the privileged people or, the people that can afford to get this kind of a connection. Why not just give it to somebody who has, a burner phone that they bought at a convenience store because that's all they can afford, and now they can trade on the same level as somebody who has a $10,000 computer. So I understand you don't want to crash it, but at the same time, you're kind of giving low-level investors the opportunity that previously only high-level investors have. So that's where the sniper comes in. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Anything could be used for the wrong reason, but at least now everybody else has an equal opportunity, right?
That's our point, and I'm very happy. I'm more than glad to see that we've got some common sense and people start to understand the whole scope of this project. And they will more and more once use it.
Yeah, Levi's gonna have to win that free week membership.
This was oh shit! You just took it out of my tongue. So one of the 3 winners is definitely going to be Levi. Okay.
Yeah, I would definitely say so as well for that one. So I did want to, guys. I know I wasn't able to get to everybody's question today, but the discussion, I think, overall with some of the questions that were asked, just it created a pretty good discussion. And for me, it's all about the information and the takeaways. So I hope all of you guys were able to kind of take in some of these key features. And as mentioned, and kind of playing off Levi's last point, is that's why I asked earlier about the educational and the training seminars, because obviously if you guys are able to really grow and have those people in your community and maybe those people using your project understand, yeah, obviously profit is important, but there's ways to make profit. And if you're able to sustain it, especially if you're in some of these really high projects and you're able to trade smart in the early stages, those pulls that you're able to see even a couple days down the line versus on day one, day two, are often, if you're able to show every project's different, so as you will. But if like Levi seems like he actually checks out the projects, does research, I know some people who strictly go around and just snipe stuff based off of like Moon Arch and stuff like that, so like they're not actually researching the teams, they don't actually have much backstory. So if you're using it to just gain early access, and there's a lot of value in it versus the other side. And like I think it's like we all see, it's like there's the other side of it where people just like troll Moon Arch all day, and then see projects set to launch and they just snipe them for a quick $50, $100, and then it doesn't matter what happens after that.
Maurice, yeah, I totally agree with you, and I'm going to give you another example. Due to the fact that it's more than obvious, as you've seen throughout the presentation, and maybe you've looked already to our demos, that already we have all we need to be able to work and develop within this space. You should understand that for us it's very simple, just to check any token that's launched, any liquidity pool that it's added, what's the revenue, what's the fee, what are the taxes, when can we go in, when can we go out and destroy projects. You've never heard of us doing that before, and you will never hear of us doing that before, because again, we're not here to wreck things, we are here to rectify things, to correct things. And I'm sure, this is my convince, nobody can move it from me. I'm sure that if we manage to grow a big enough community to work around things, people are going to trust not everything, but are going to gain trust in this space again. And in time, things are going to be back, let's say, 1.5 years before.
Perfect. Yeah, no, that'd be a good time to go back to. Projects definitely had a lot more time to run up then. So, yeah, like I think I wanted to just obviously say before I'll open the floor for the closing statements for you. But from my end, I really enjoyed the presentation. One last time, the pre-sale, guys, is going to be tomorrow. Pre-sale is going to be through Gempad. It's going to be ongoing at 5 p.m. UTC. If I'm not, yeah, okay, 5 p.m. UTC or 9 p.m. UTC. Sorry, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm getting my time zones mixed up there. I was like, why did that sound like a different thing than I said earlier in the AMA? So yeah, 9 p.m. UTC. Sorry, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 250 BNB soft cap, 500 BNB hard cap. We did give some whitelist spots away, and as mentioned, guys, we had 5 additional whitelist spots that we're going to do specifically on the Twitter giveaway. So I will post the Twitter link that I posted earlier on our page about the AMA going to kick off, and if you guys want to comment or like there, go join their Twitter, and then just I'll pick some of the winners off the Twitter comment section. So you don't have to come back to the VC comment section. Just you can comment on the Twitter post and join their Twitter account.
May I add something? Maurice, I'd like to add something for the sake of this discussion and EMA, because it's been a 2-hour full of joy with us. So we just discussed, and we'd like, if it's possible, for you to add, let's say, 5 or 10 more whitelists as a giveaway if you want, because people are very interested. And as a closing statement, what I would like to add is that we're still thinking whether to keep 60 minutes of time for the whitelisters to fill in, or reduce it to 10 or even smaller, if possible, because we had a lot of questions. And when I say a lot, trust me, a lot of questions from persons asking, okay, but if I don't get the raffle whitelist, am I able to buy? Well, yeah, if it's not filled in by the whitelisters. So I would believe it would be also a fair chance to provide, let's say, free
I would say
pre-sale.
drop it personally. I would say drop it because, like, the whole point of, like, driving hype and pushing whitelist spots is you want people to actually use them. So I do say, if you keep it open for an hour, yes, that is good for those who win a whitelist spot. But often those who are following up, know the project's going to be hype and want to use it because they want to use it, will often be waiting there when the pre-sale starts and try and get their beans in. So I do say that from the non-winner perspective, it does add a lot more incentive, and you might be more willing to sit through the pre-sale voice chat that you guys might be hosting on your channel
We
about the
definitely will.
actual pre-sale for 15 minutes, as opposed to if you're a non-whitelist winner, you're not going to stay there for an hour to see if it fills. You're probably like, there may be like 2% of people who would.
Yeah, definitely. So this is why I think we are going to change it right now. Right now, as we speak, we're going to modify it, because this was our approach as well, and we thought we should be providing fair options to everybody, if it's possible.
No, that's good. I'll get Buck when he's back to run something in the comments, or get so if you guys maybe want to comment, so maybe for this one we'll do 5 for Twitter and then 5 for Telegram. So go join their Telegram channel, say something about the AMA, a comment about the AMA, and then come back and comment done here on the VC opening post. So the one where we actually open the VC, which is the one where we'll have the most comments on it recently on the channel. So yeah, go join their Telegram and then comment something about the AMA, and then comment done back here in the comments. And then for the Twitter one, you just do it on Twitter. No need. I know we have different, maybe if you haven't followed us on Twitter, I'll give you good incentive, because I know Caesar's been posting some good low caps there as well, that early access. So, on the topic of sniping, not sniping, but if you follow us on multiple channels, sometimes you get an earlier access to a low cap play. So there you go, another side benefit.
Yeah, it's perfect. I just wanted to confirm that from our point of view, and through your suggestion as well, since we already agreed on that, we've modified the timer. So the whitelist pre-salers have only 15 minutes to claim their spot.
Yeah, that'd be smart. Personally, I think that's pretty, like, because when it kicks off tomorrow at 9 p.m. UTC, I know you guys are going to try and drive a lot of hype. As you mentioned, you have Golem's AMA, Drew's AMA tomorrow, and Drew's been a supporter of you guys through the private sales. So I'm assuming his community should be somewhat familiar and engaged with this project. And then also you guys have yours going on. So I will say, oh, sorry, and I also meant to say through also GemPad's community who's hosting you guys, that should give you guys a bit of notoriety through them, because I know they have some added abilities to get whitelisted if you're holding certain thresholds and stuff like that. So again, you have a couple different communities who are driving hype. So I will say, for some of those people who have just been tracking it, and maybe like Levi themselves or other individuals who are just interested in this type of project, but maybe, haven't hunted down a whitelist spot, I would definitely that's why I think the shorter time limit is better, because you can keep that hype kind of around the pre-sale. And then obviously, from a fill perspective, it just gives you 45 minutes longer where anyone can buy overall.
Thank you very much for your suggestions, and we appreciate a lot of a lot of the things that you've mentioned here and the suggestions that we got and all the questions. We do hope that we managed to answer, and we didn't ask you to close the EMA like you said, because we enjoy answering. It's our baby. We love talking about it.
100%. It's been a great discussion, I think, so far, and really engaged questions. Some people obviously, wanting to try and test it out themselves. So it'll be exciting once you guys go live officially with launch and it's functional. People can jump in again, kind of utilize it. It'll be good. So again, I really appreciate the time. I got it stopped, so I'll send it